You got us, Coach.
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
We'll get started with Drew Hill.
Taylor, just first of all, what does it say about the resiliency of the team to be able to fight back, especially, when your leader goes down in the second quarter and then come out with a close win?
Yeah, Drew, unbelievable display of resiliency by our group. We came in obviously with a mentality where, we needed to get one pretty soon. We needed to play, our best Grizzlies basketball. And I thought we came out with an unbelievable edge there in the first quarter. And so tough to see Ja go down. I know he's going to bounce back and be fine. We'll have more updates as we get going through, but so far so good. But just for the group to rally, we talk about this all the time, the depth of our team. It sends a shock for a second, but then the guys just kept plowing along. Great contributions up and down the entire lineup. Our bench was big tonight, coming in, giving us big minutes. Obviously, our starters played heavy minutes and just kept grinding. Built a lead there going into the fourth quarter. Had a big stand on that last play to get a stop to send it to overtime. And, teams, we kind of struggled to score there in overtime, but our guys just kept finding a way to get stops. That was huge for us. Unbelievable, job by our guys to just execute the game plan, execute what we needed to do on the offensive end. I thought we created a lot of great looks. It was a great competitive game. Both teams were getting after it. So proud of our guys and how we competed and paid off in the end.
Evan Barnes.
Taylor, for a team that's, battled through so many injuries and guys have already seen players go down, when Ja went down, did you say anything or just kind of did they recognize, hey, we have to, stay in this and, try to pull together, not just for Ja, but for each other?
Yeah, I mean, it was just, staying in the moment. Obviously, our minds definitely shifted to Ja. Wanted to make sure he was okay. Obviously, we had to finish out, the first half before we could see him. All of his teammates were checking in on him. Staff was checking on him. But then what a great display for him to be out there. He was fully involved on the bench and the timeouts, being fully integrated, with the guys to help us, push us to this victory and just the energy, throughout the bench. Was amazing throughout the game. A moment like that can really test you, but our guys just kept fighting. They recognized the opportunity to go out there and keep competing and playing for each other. And that's what they did. And I'm really proud of them. And this is just, as I said, a true testament to our resiliency and to the group that we have here.
Terry Davis.
How you doing, Coach?
Good, Terry. How are you?
Hey, Brandon said in shoot around he need to find his groove. It is safe to say he found his groove today?
Yeah, I mean, he's making his way there. This was the BC that we're used to seeing, being a dynamic playmaker. Thought he did some really good things defensively when we kind of changed up our pick and roll coverages. Some big time rebounds. Big time contests defensively, things that don't always show up in the box score. But then just play within himself. He's still finding his rhythm. But it's great to see him crack through. He had that big follow-up finish there. I think it was in overtime. Just his dynamic ability on the offensive end. He executed our offensive game plan great too. So it's great to see him be a beneficiary of that and just the work that he keeps doing every single day to get that rhythm back. Really proud of what BC did tonight for us.
Nicole.
Hi, Coach. Congrats for the win.
Thank you, Nicole.
Welcome. After this game, which are the key priorities for the team continue improving of the season? And also, if you have any update about Jan Moran hurt?
Yeah, no official update right now on Ja. He's going to get looked at more this evening, post game, and tomorrow. So we'll probably have an update, tomorrow once we get to Boston. But just we got to keep building, in terms of what our priorities are moving forward. We just got to continue to get everyone on the roster going out there, playing to our standard. I thought tonight, from a defensive standpoint, our ability to be better in transition, we had a couple moments there where we let them loose in transition, but I thought for the most part we were pretty solid there. Second chance points, I thought we were good in the first half, kind of slipped a little bit in the second half. But the biggest thing is us just guarding, and taking pride one-on-one. Thought our ability to guard, pick and roll after pick and roll after pick and roll with, an aggressiveness and a discipline was huge. These guys have really embraced that, over the first two games, recognizing we weren't at the level that we need to be at, and to come out here on the road against a really competitive, good team. I'm really proud of how they took that stand and then just continue to embrace how we played, on the offensive end, execution, details. I said that before the game. It was on full display tonight, and it's just continuing to remind them of, what our standard is, when it can lead, when we do it, it leads to success and continue to clean up things that need cleanup. So these guys are embracing that opportunity to get better, and that's going to be our focus day to day moving forward.
Malika Andrews.
Hey, Taylor, I know that you guys are trying to work towards getting better as a group, but to be able to get your first win, like you said, on the road without not only Ja, but Jaren, go down the list, what does that say about your team?
Malika, it sounds we got a great group that, competes to win every single night. And when we don't, play to the standard that we talk about, play our Grizzlies basketball, they embrace that, and they embrace the challenge to truly get better, like you said. So it's a testament to this group's work every single day. I hit them with that the other days, when things aren't going our way and we're not playing like we expect on a day in and day out. And that could be an individual's perspective. That can be the whole team's perspective. We just come in and work. We had a great working day yesterday, great working morning here in shoot around, and our guys are just embracing that mentality. They know the group we got, they love each other, they play for each other every single day. And they go out there and compete as hard as they can, like they did tonight. And just focus on just getting better one day at a time. Good things happen. So that's just a testament of the group that we have and the faith that I have in those guys. Obviously we've got some guys out in the lineup that are feeding that energy to the guys that are playing. And when they get back in, they know what we expect every single day out of each other.
Last question. We'll go to Megan Triplett.
Hey, Coach. Earlier during your pregame, you said that you're going to be having some minor changes to the rotations and the different lineups. What did you like tonight that you want to move forward, especially with this road trip?
Well, it got a little wacky there. Obviously, when Ja went down, we had definitely had to adjust on the fly. But our first group was playing great, so I didn't necessarily get to roll out what some of our changes were going to be. But really proud of how our starters got us a good groove going there, and our bench came in and kept holding the lead. So we'll see if it's something that we do moving forward. Obviously have to adjust with another guy down. So but I think overall just getting great production out of our bench. I thought those guys did a lot of things that it's not always about the points, but I thought their execution of the game plan, how they played with great pace, that really stood out to me. So they were big for us tonight. And as I said, obviously with our starters, they carried a heavy load tonight. But I'm really proud of what they did defensively. And then, down the stretch, really executing and coming up with the big buckets that we need on the offensive end.
Thanks, Coach.
Great. Thanks, everyone. Take care.
Thanks, Taylor.